And we have some news, though it might be bad, from Chris Wilson, the lead developer at Grinding Gear Games. Now, this is a post outlining how the tool-assisted Pantheon mod farming worked, and it's got quite a bit of PR filler in it. Here's what you really need to grasp out of this article. Right here, it said, oh, I'm a little bit low. When they implemented the system, they thought of the ability of these Divine Touch mods to one-shot you and set it up so it always preloads a random Pantheon mod regardless of whether that monster is in the area. It means that you can't use a preload request as a way of seeing whether you're going to encounter that monster in the map. It just means that if you encounter a Pantheon mod, it will be that one. And this resulted in players actually reading the preload request who rule out the presence of other mods. So, if a map might have had Brine King Touch, for example, they would skip the map. And they would do this for every mod except for, you know, the ones, Lunaris Touch, Solaris Touch, Innocence Touch, the ones that convert to currency. This didn't work the most efficiently for the people who didn't exactly know how this worked. But as we know from the YouTube videos, there were a couple who were able to suss out how to most efficiently farm this method of reading the modifiers and getting that rare monster using Delirium and spamming all the rare monsters they can, using all the leak mechanics they can for map juicing. And they made out like bandits. I'm talking like multi-mirror sometimes, and it's not just that random Russian dude we saw the other day that was just spilling Divine Orbs all over the place every time they were killing a fucking rare monster because it was a Solaris Touch, or an Innocence Touch. This has been fixed. I don't know exactly how they said that they fixed it, but it's been fixed. They just said early today we deployed a hotfix that completely removes this problem. We have not seen widespread abuse of this technique despite how much exposure it got, because it only offered marginal benefit due to the mitigations we already had in place and actually caused a lot of currency to do with levels of juice that would make it worth it. Of course, we will ban anyone who has actually done it. And we also have confirmation in the next sentence, just like we had from back yesterday, that the patch that is going to introduce the arch nemesis defensive nerfs is not coming for another couple of workdays. So it will likely be Monday or Tuesday when we get our arch nemesis defensive nerfs. This has been a rollercoaster ride. I do not fault them for taking the extra time that they need to. However, if you are feeling bad, feeling a little down and out about this, there are two things that you can do. One, give me your suggestions as to how to change Arch Nemesis. I have stated that my personal changes to Arch Nemesis would be to tie mods to each of the types of modifiers you can get from monsters. So like if you have like Flame Weaver, you've got fire mods on whatever it drops. If you've got like Hexer, you might be able to find something with that +1 curse modifier. And allow 4 mod Arch Nemesis monsters to randomly drop influence items, regardless of the influence of the map. It would be as simple as that. Drop influence rares, well rolled, based off of the modifiers on that monster. It would be thematic, it would slow down the gameplay, because it would make the items worth picking up and identifying. You could pick up a chest that has +1 curse, you could pick up a chest that has base crit, and you could pick it up with T1 life. For free, basically. It would be worthwhile to pick up and identify, which is what Grinding Gear Games wants. I'd be almost complete, but, you know, not quite there. That's what I want to. The second thing that you can do, aside from offering me your suggestions as to how to change Arch Nemesis in the comments down below, is going to be to look at this RPG horror story I have for you. It's prepared and it's a deleted one. The subreddit moderators of D&D Next removed it because it belongs on RPG horror stories, and I believe it's gonna lift your spirits a little bit, give you a little something to sort of keep your mind fresh and out of the game. Okay, I had a player legit shit his pants at the table. Should I, the Dungeon Master, cut him loose? I will keep this story as short as can be with a title like that and not too graphic. We were in the middle of combat, trying out the new playtest rules when the whole table started smelling something right. We all assumed that someone pulled a silent but deadly and started jokingly accusing one another. We went on playing expecting it to dissipate, but it did not. It only got stronger and stronger, and eventually people started getting grossed out. I mean, gagging and stuff. It was 100% toxic. Finally, I just called it a night. Everybody was disgusted, or at least acting like they were, because nobody admitted it. Even after they left, the smell lingered for hours, so I checked the chairs, and there was a big brown and yellow stain on one of the chair pads, which I just threw away. I knew which player sits there, and remembered him tying his overshirt around his waist when we left. So I called to confront him. He denies it, and said the stain was already there. That was when I told him it was wet, and he still denies it yet. To save him from humiliation, I have not told any of the other players, but I am unsure if I am wrong in feeling kind of insulted that someone would shit on my furniture, blame others, and not apologize for it. I kind of don't want him back. He is popular with the other players, however, and if I cut him loose, they will ask why. So, 1, should I cut him loose, or am I wrong for even considering it? 2, if I do cut him loose, should I lie to the others about the reason? 3, should I just tell the others everything and let them vote? And 4, is there a better way to approach this? Well, the only way that you can really well and truly approach this with any sort of tact is to just tell them, listen, I know what happened, it's fine, don't do it again or I'm gonna kick you out. I haven't told anyone else, nor will I. It's as simple as that, because it sounds like it could very well have been an honest accident and they were trying to cover it up, failing because, well, it's shit. I mean, as much as this saying is gonna be thematic in this situation, don't let a piece of shit muddy the waters of your friendship. If you do this, you could very well ruin your friendship with this one person over a literal piece of shit. Well, that's all. Stay sexy. I hope to see you guys later. I'm going to be playing Grim Dawn on stream, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye!